Madam, a stranger in a foreign habit desires to see you.
In a foreign habit, 'tis strange and unexpected. Admit him. Who can this stranger be? I know no foreigner. Nor any man like this.
10,000 joys.
You are rude, sir. Pray forbear and let me know what business brought you here, or leave the place.
She knows me not, or will not seem to know me. Perfidious maid, am I forgot or scorned?
Strange questions from a man I never knew.
With what aversion and contempt you views me. My fears are true. Some other has a heart. She's lost. My fatal absence has undone me. How could thou, Wilmot, have forgot thee, Charlotte?
Wilmot, say, what do your words import? Gentle stranger, ease my swelling heart that else will burst. Canst thou inform me aught? What dost thou know of Wilmot?
This I know. When all the winds of heaven seem to conspire against the stormy main, and dreadful peals of rattling thunder deafened every ear, and drowned the affrighted mariner's loud cries, while livid lightning spread its sulphurous flames through all the dark horizon, and spread and disclosed the raging seas incensed his destruction, when the good ship in which he was embarked, no longer able to support the tempest, broke, and, overwhelmed by the impetuous surge, sunk to the oozy bottom of the deep, and left him struggling with the warring waves. In that dread moment, in the jaws of death, when his strength failed and every hope forsook him, and his last breath pressed towards his trembling lips, the neighbouring rocks that echoed to his moan returned no sound articulate but Charlotte.
The fatal tempest, whose description strikes the hearer with astonishment, ceased, and Wilmot is at rest. The fiercest storm of swelling passions that overwhelms the soul and rages worse than the mad foaming seas in which he perished, never shall vex him more.
Thou seemst to think he's dead. Enjoy that thought. Persuade yourself that what you wish is true, and triumph in your falsehood. Yes, he's dead. You were his fate. The cruel winds and waves that cast him pale and breathless on the shore spared him for greater woes. To know his Charlotte, forgetting all her vows to him and to heaven, had cast him from her thoughts. Then he died, but never must have rest. Even now, he wanders, a sad, repining, discontented ghost, the unsubstantial shadow of himself, and pours his plaintive groans in thy deaf ears, and stalks unseen before thee.
'Tis enough! This destined falsehood now's done its worst. And art thou dead? And wouldst thou die, my Wilmot, for one thou thought'st unjust? Thou soul of truth! What must be done? Which way shall I express unutterable woe? Or how convince thy dear, departed spirit of the love, the eternal love and never failing faith of thy much endured, lost and despairing Charlotte?
Be still, my fluttering heart, and hope not too soon. Perhaps I dream, and this is all illusion.
If, as some teach, the mind intuitive, free from the narrow bounds and slavish ties of sordid earth, that circumscribe its power while it remains below, roving at large, can trace us to our most concealed retreat, see all we act and read our very thoughts. To thee, O Wilmot, kneeling I appeal, if ever I swerved in action, word, or thought, from the severest constancy and truth, or ever wished to taste a joy on earth that centered not in thee. May we never meet again. But thy loud wrongs so close the ear of mercy to my cries, that I may never see those bright abodes where truth and virtue only have admission, and thou inhabitst now.
Assist me, heaven. preserve my reason, memory, and sense. Oh, moderate my fierce tumultuous joys, or their excess will drive me to distraction. Oh, Charlotte, Charlotte, lovely, virtuous maid, can thy firm mind, in spite of time and absence, remain unshaken and support its truth? Yet thy frailer memory retain no image, no idea of thy lover? Why dost thou gaze so wildly? Look on me, turn your dear eyes this way, observe me well. Have scorching climates, time, and this strange habit so changed and so disguised thy faithful Wilmot that nothing in my voice, my face, or mien remains to tell my Charlotte I am he? Why dost thou weep? Why dost thou tremble thus? Why does thy panting heart and cautious touch speak thee but half convinced? Whence are thy fears? Why art thou silent? Canst thou doubt me still?
No, woman, no. I'm blind with too much light, overcome with wonder and oppressed with joy. This vast profusion of extreme delights defies the aid of words and mocks description. But for one sorrow, one sad scene of anguish that checks the swelling torrents of my joys, I could not bear the transport.
Let me know it. Give me my portion of thy sorrow, Charlotte. Let me partake thy grief, or bear it for thee.
Alas, my Wilmot, these sad tears are thine. They flow for thy misfortunes. I am pierced with all the agonies of strong compassion, with all the bitter anguish you must feel when you shall hear that your parents...
Oh, no more.
You apprehend me wrong.
Perhaps I do. Perhaps you mean to say the greedy grave is satisfied with one, and one is left to bless my longing eyes. But which, my Charlotte...
Nay, hear me, Wilmot.
I perforce must hear thee, for I might think till death and not determine if two so dear which I could better lose.
Afflict yourself no more with groundless fears. Your parents both are living. Their distress, the poverty to which they are reduced in spite of my weak aid, was what I mourned. And that, in helpless age, and to them whose youth was crowned with full prosperity, is worse, much worse than death.
My joy is complete. My parents yours, and my parents possessed of thee. From this moment, the happiest of my life, I'll date my rest. My anxious hopes and fears, my weary troubles, and now behold it all. Now I rejoice in my happiness and count my riches gain. For know, my soul's best treasure, I have wealth enough to glut even avarice itself. No more shall cruel want or pride contempt oppress the sinking spirits or insult the hoary heads of those who gave me being.
'Tis now, riches, I conceive your worth. You are not base, nor can you be superfluous, but when misplaced in base and sordid hands. Fly, fly, my Wilmot, leave thy happy Charlotte. The sighs and tears of thy lamenting parents call thee hence.
I have a friend, the partner of my voyage, who in the storm last night was shipwrecked with me.
Shipwrecked last night. You mortal powers, what have you suffered? How was you preserved?
Let that and all my other strange escapes and perilous adventures be the theme of many a happy winter night to come. My present purpose is to entreat my angel to know this friend, this other, better Wilmot, and come with him this evening to my father's. I'll send him to thee.
I consent with pleasure.
Heavens, what a night! How shall I bear my joy? My parents, yours, my friends, all will be mine, and mine like water, air, or the free splendid sun, the undivided portion of you all. If such the early hopes, the vernal bloom, the distant prospect of my future bliss, then what's the ruddy autumn, what's the fruit, the full possession of thy heavenly charms? The tedious, dark and stormy winter over, the hind that all its pinching arches full, with transport sees the week's appointed bring, the cheerful promised gay delightful spring, the painted meadows, the harmonious woods, the gentle zephyrs and unbridled floods, with all their charms his ravished thoughts employ, but the rich harvest must complete his joy. The rich harvest must complete his joy.